We begin with breaking news at 4. The South Carolina Supreme Court has ruled that Alex Murdaugh is eligible for a new trial. The unanimous opinion was issued this morning saying, quote, although we are aware of the time, money, and effort extended for this lengthy trial, we have no choice but to reverse the denial of Murdaugh's motion for a new trial due to Hill's improper external influences on the jury and remand for a new trial, end quote.
Back in 2023, for 6 weeks, the eyes of the country focused on Colleton County, South Carolina. That's where the state prosecuted the notorious former attorney for the 2021 murders of his wife, Maggie, and son, Paul.
Alex Murdaugh's lawyers requested a new trial in February, arguing that a new trial was warranted based on their belief that the clerk of court tampered with the jury and that the judge mistakenly allowed Murdaugh's financial crimes to be discussed in the trial. Our Nate Stanley has been following this breaking news for us and reports with more on today's decision.
The decision by the South Carolina Supreme Court to overturn Alex Murdaugh's conviction is one that didn't come as a surprise for many in the legal community after a Supreme Court hearing earlier this year. Murdaugh's defense team argued that influence from the Colleton County Clerk of Court, Becky Hill, could have changed jurors' minds, and therefore he should have been given a new trial. They also argued that evidence about Murdaugh's financial crimes also shouldn't have been added to that original conviction. As for what's next, those legal experts say we could expect to see a new judge assigned to the case in the next 60 to 90 days. As for a change of venue, it's something that wasn't granted in the original trial. However, with that admission of guilt from Clerk of Court Becky Hill in Colleton County, they do expect that the trial location could change to somewhere else in South Carolina. The other key part of a potential retrial is jury selection. Since the murder conviction, there have been multiple documentaries and even a TV series that have come out about Alex Murdaugh and this double murder case. So the prosecutors, defense, and judge will have to work to find jurors who have not seen any of that content and don't know about this case for a potential retrial. Reporting in South Carolina, I'm Nate Stanley.
Nate, thank you. And today's ruling does not mean Alex Murdaugh will walk free. He is still serving a 40-year federal sentence after pleading guilty to stealing about $12 million from his clients. He is also serving a concurrent 27-year sentence after pleading guilty in state financial crime cases.
In a statement released today, Murdaugh's lawyers said in part, we respect the decision that made clear that the retrial must look very different from the first. The initial jury heard more than 12 hours of testimony about Alex's financial crimes. The court held that this evidence went far beyond what was necessary and gave rise to unfair prejudice. On retrial, that will not be permitted. Alex has said from day one that he did not kill his wife and son.
South Carolina Attorney General Alan Wilson is responding to today's decision. He released a statement saying in part, while we respectively disagree with the court's decision, my office will aggressively seek to retry Alex Murdaugh for the murders of Maggie and Paul as soon as possible. Let me be clear, this decision does not mean Murdaugh will be released. He will remain in prison for his financial crimes. No one is above the law, and as always, we will continue to fight for justice, end quote. Wilson is also holding a press conference tonight at 5. We will continue to bring you those updates. In the meantime, you can read and watch our extensive coverage on today's state Supreme Court ruling and what led up to the decision. Just click on this story on WYFF4.com. It's also in the WYFF4 app.